Mr. Speaker, permission to have a prop?
Mr. Jackson, we are not going to allow props today.
Not a problem. Mr. Speaker, I wanted to rise because it's hard to have a thorough discussion or debate in which today has been a very good debate. When we talk about the role of democracy, it simply cannot happen without a real consideration and a real review of our U.S. Constitution and the Federalist Papers themselves to understand the real wisdom of our founders and just how much thought they put into all the different checks and balances that were necessary to ensure that this democracy can hold. And one of those things is found in the Federalist Papers number 10, where Madison specifically talks about the roles of the state. And over 200 years ago, Madison said that there will be a time where a fractious leader will emerge, and that fractious leader will begin to do things to consolidate power. There will be a time when the executive and the legislative and the judiciary fail their constitutional responsibility to properly provide a check and balance. So Madison says, therefore, is now up to the states to provide yet another stopgap, to begin to hold on, to slow down this fractious movement until the next election cycle. So there is something special that we are doing today. There is something very constitutional that we are doing today to ensure that we do our part of having the most fair election process as possible given the circumstances of the nation. And then in the Federalist Papers number 16, Hamilton says that at the end of the day, when our three branches of government may fail, even the actions of states may fail. But Hamilton says something beautiful. He says, when it all else fails, that the number one protector of our democracy he calls the natural guardians. And those natural guardians are the people themselves. And so an assembly constitutional amendment says the legislature has a recommendation for you, natural guardians, that we believe is important enough for you to consider. But at the end of the day, this democracy is not ours. We are only your representatives. At the end of the day, the democracy and the preservation of this democracy lies in your hands.
30 seconds.
Therefore, there's nothing more democratic. There is nothing more constitutional. There is nothing that fulfills both the letter and the spirit of our democracy than to allow the people of California to make the final say. I respectfully ask for an aye vote.